Can Russia become a perfect democratic nation within Victoria 3? Watch this video to find out. Okay, so this is what the new update looks like. I'm liking the look of it. I also want to... Oh, wait, we're second in the world. I also want to have the largest GDP in the world. I'm surprised that we have higher GDP than Great Britain, but I'm not complaining. Obviously, we still need to get higher than British East Indian Company and the Great Qing. I'm 100% going to start with the stock exchange. It's going to take 32 months. However, it gives me protectionism, free trade, and all of these different technologies for us to get. It also gives us some market access price impact, which increases or decreases the maximum influence of market access on the local price of a good, which is very, very helpful. Okay, so as Russia, we start with 0 institutions and probably some of the worst laws we can have. The only alright one is the fact that we have propertied women, because we get slightly more of a workforce. We do need to get our literacy rate up, but we have no schools. So the first thing we're probably going to try and do is get religious schools or get off of serfdom. We need to get rid of the Gentry assembly, because with them we won't be able to move into anything new. But for now, I'm going to make sure that I'm producing enough fabric and wood for my construction sectors, because I'd like to improve and increase the amount of construction I've got. I would like to start building some logging camps and then also some tool workshops, because we're going to need tools to get up to iron frame buildings. We also need fabrics, so I'm going to find some states that we can make fabric in. We can get fabric from the livestock ranches. So I'm going to make livestock ranches and maybe make like 5 of them and make 5 logging camps, just so that we have some of that within our capital, St. Petersburg. And then we're going to increase the construction sectors here. Maybe we do move our capital to Moscow, you know, because they've got iron and coal. Okay, changing our capital will give us plus 25% taxation capacity and plus 25 universal political strength. So that will be good. It does give us negative bureaucracy, authority, and influence for 5 years, but it will be better because we've got lots of coal and iron here, and instead of building those, we can build within Moscow some livestock ranches, make like 10 of them this time, because we've already got the logging camps here. So I can get the wood here and instead move some construction sectors, get all 15 construction sectors, and just start building up with that. Okay, I just restarted the game. Everything I've said before is still valid, but I've just switched it so that I have control over my investment pool. And at the moment, traditionalism allows the following to be funded using the investment pool: agriculture, plantations, and ranches. I was thinking, right, this is ranches. Why not let them fund it? It means that we're going to be getting more money because we don't have to pay for the construction goods as much. Okay, I've been building a lot. Well, I'm building quite a few iron mines now, because what I didn't realize is that we're already on sawmills. So we're already needing these tools, and the tools are already on raw iron tools, which is good, but it does mean that we need more iron, because look, we have 400 sell orders, 579 buy orders. So when I add, I'm going to reduce that. When I add 3 more, I reckon I'll have enough to then make the iron for the tool. Those tools can be put into construction when we switch it to the iron frame buildings. Okay, I'm going to bring in the Orthodox Church to get laws like religious schools and religious charity hospitals and charity schools. Yeah, we need to get rid of serfdom. We need to get away from the Gentry having all this political strength. So as we go, I would like to try and get maybe the rural folk or the industrialists, either one, to get away from these policies that give them so much power. Okay, this is very good. We have a movement to get off serfdom and move to tenant farmers. The gentry and the church oppose it. However, even though this is still bad, it still gives us the gentry plus 25%. It does mean that we lose 25% of their political strength, which I need. So we're going to move away from that and get to tenant farmers after that. Okay, we've now got charity hospitals, and I'm going to attempt to enact tenant farmers. I really hope that we get this. The tenant farmers has already got to adoption phase. I am considering just going up to iron frame buildings. It's going to cost us more money, and we will be in a deficit for a while. Okay, well, it didn't affect our economy too much, and we have enough employment for it. Obviously, we still want to build more of these iron mines, but for now, it's going really well. No. How embarrassing. We can't enact that for another, like, however many years now. Serfdom is going to stay. Oh, it was so many chances as well. All right, so now that I have all of the construction sectors within Moscow and we're gaining money, I'm going to start getting construction sectors in the neighboring county of Saratov. Saratov is currently being incorporated, and look, it has logs, iron mines, and we can obviously build tools and paper mills. And they will supply our government admin buildings and our new construction sectors within the area. All right, I just unlocked, wait, what are they called? I just unlocked atmospheric engine pumps. Obviously, at the moment, it's not the best idea. However, when we have the production of coal, which we don't have at the moment, then I think I'm going to move to atmospheric engine pumps, because they're going to basically double, I think it was, double the amount of iron that we're going to get. Okay, I'm going to enact professional armies, and I can do that because I've now got the armed forces within here, and hopefully we can get this, because it's going to remove, it's going to remove plus 25% political strength of the aristocrats, and the aristocrats usually, if we just have a check, the aristocrats make up a large population of the gentry. So if we remove that from them, and instead give it to, who are they? And instead give it to the armed forces, that'll be much better for getting rid of the gentry. Okay, we've just been able to research railways. So with that, we can start actually connecting some stuff. It does require coal and it does require engines. So before we start, I'm going to get some motor industries. We haven't needed them before for anything else. So we're going to have to just have a bit of time without any profits. Then when we get the railways up, it will work. And we just enacted professional armies. That's perfect. We can also now try to get homesteading, which will remove that plus 50% gentry political strength. So I'm going to start doing that to try and move myself away from the gentry and towards like the intelligentsia, the rural folk. Well, I don't really want the rural folk, but the industrialists 100%. Okay, so we could be about to have an issue. Okay, the revolt has started, and sadly, yeah, we're in trouble. Okay, we are now at war. Hopefully we can defend. We don't have a bigger army than them, however, they aren't defending everywhere, so we might be able to push out and get the initial war score. Okay, we're winning up north, that's good, but we are definitely losing down south. So I might just put these armies here on defense. This is actually going okay, because okay, we're not winning. I think it's because of this over here. Yeah, we're not winning, but we still can, because if we just push in through the north, then I reckon we can still defend. Okay, so due to my occupation, they are losing 1 every day, -1 war support every day, whereas I am only losing 0.10. So hopefully when theirs also reach 0, theirs will go down faster than mine will. And you see that they're on -1 and I'm still on 0. Oh no. They're retaking land. Oh dearie me. Yeah, they're on -3. Right, as long as we hold on to this for just a little bit, that's all we need. Then I need to get homesteading before this though, please. And we've got homesteading. We finally got what we needed. Right, okay. Now we should, yeah, they don't. We've obviously got to get off traditionalism as well, but we can finally relax a little bit more. They're at -53 and I'm at 0, which is good. We are very, very close now at -95, 98 now, -98. There you go, they've annexed. Perfect. If I put the rules and the intelligentsia together, we can get up to 31 and we can get into an unacceptable government. There you go, we can start passing some different laws. Let's get agrarianism. Our investment pool can go towards agriculture, plantations, ranches, infrastructure, whaling, forestries, rubber, and fisheries, which is much, much better. We won't be able to go to any of these just yet because they're not part of our laws at all. Okay, I'm getting central archives because at the moment I'm having money problems. And look, if I had the taxes, if I could collect all the taxes, then I would have no money problems. Right. Oh, actually, the land is worthless. Let the Americans have it. Alaska may hide riches yet. They do have gold fields, a lot of coal, and have a lot of logging camps. Land is worthless. I get income. I get taxed for 11 months. That's a lot of money. I need the money, and it's not. How much is this giving me? Worth? Can I see like weekly balance is giving me 3,000 a month? But then I've got barely any people here. Population wise, I've got barely. Nah, sell it. Okay, I've just been having a look and we have a 34% chance that our little country down here will accept being annexed. So I'm going to just ask them, and we've got a diplomatic bay. Great. Oh, there you go. And we've just got agrarianism as well. We've broken out of the Gentrys though, which is the best part. I think I'm going to get racial segregation instead of national supremacy, so we can get some more agitators. Because look, I can only get one, and that's because of either my religion or because they're discriminated against. So if we get racial segregation, then that will free up more people to help us enact some of the laws that we want. Okay, this is kind of convenient. In this little war that we've got going on, we've got Kokand, Kiva, and Bukhara. Sorry if I butchered those names, but they're all in this little war, and I would like to take them as my protectorate. So we might be able to get some extra war goals. I can now get a new war goal where I can make Kiva my protectorate, and they have sulfur within them, so I can use that sulfur to upgrade my paper mills, and then with upgraded paper mills I can potentially I'll be able to increase my production of them. Okay, with my war goal I was able to get Kiva, Bukhara, and Kokand, so we should be able to take all 3 now. Okay, I've now finished central archives. That will give us this new production method for our government administration. Also, when we got agrarianism, it removed the traditionalism -25% taxation capacity. So now we are earning a lot more money, and I've been able to annex them. Just gotta take them my protectorate. Okay, lovely. I got both at the same time. I just didn't show. So we've just got one more little country to get. Okay, I've decided to start building glass works, and the reason that I'm building the glass works is so that I can introduce market squares, because market squares require wood and extra wood and extra glass, whereas market stalls, they don't require anything. This will mean that services, we get more services and decrease the price of services. All right, we also now have a political movement to try and get appointed bureaucrats, and I'd love to do that because it moves more of the political strength away from the aristocrats and instead towards the bureaucrats. and it also gives us more taxation capacity. Also, I've moved my construction, now that we're in the negative gold reserves, to some of the things that our investment pool actually gets us: the agriculture, the plantations, the ranches, the infrastructure, the whaling, the forestries, and all of this. So I am now spending none of my money on the construction. Okay, we now have appointed bureaucrats, and that's giving us actually quite a bit more money. We still can't switch to a different government type. We need to wait until this heir, this guy dies and the heir comes in, but the heir is interested in the armed forces, which, even though is better, still not great. Right, I want to get racial segregation over national supremacy, so I can try and get some. We can then get in some agitators from more places, try enact some more laws. I just reduced the autonomy of these 3 countries here, and look, they're all now green, just like me, and then I'll integrate them when I can. And we now have racial segregation. Even though this doesn't do a whole lot, it will help us, because look, we can already try and get consumption-based taxation and colonial exploitation. We need to move away from autocracy and move to at least landed voting, to just start moving away. Obviously we're already moving away, it's just we need to move further and further away. I can't make a different type of government. Ooh, is that just in the unacceptable? Ooh, let's try this. Oh no, per capita taxation, we'll get that. Okay, I can now invite Jovan, this guy, and he's going to try and enact land voting for us. And this should mean that we're going to get some radicalist, some support for... Oh yeah, well look, we already had support for land voting. So even though land voting isn't perfect, it's better than anything else that we can have. Okay, we now have a new king while I was trying to enact landed voting, and this is perfect for us because look, this king has the best government with industrialists and the armed forces. It's the best government we can get, so that is the government we're going to be going as. And with the industrialists and the armed forces, we can actually make some real changes within the government. And we now have landed voting and a new flag. Look, we are now away from autocracy. And with that change, I would like to slowly and surely get to like wealth voting, because wealth voting will 100% get us out of the eyes of the gentry. So I want to get wealth voting next. Maybe I do that now. Okay, we're unable to get the wealth voting. It just didn't pass, but that's all right. One of those first economic reforms is going to be per capita taxation, and look, it's going to give us some more money. And yeah, we could get consumption based, but that will mean that we lose a whole load of money. Okay, so this country here, whatever. I'm going to try and annex them. There's a 29% chance that they'll accept. Nope, they did not accept. Okay, so this state over here, Bickle. I'm not gonna be able to pronounce everything that I say. Has a lot. It has sulfur, and it's one of the only places within Russia, apart from this place in Kiva, that has sulfur. So I've been sort of starting to exploit it and use this place as a hub for my fertilizer plants. If I just have a look at fertilizer, I am producing fertilizer in a couple states, mainly Moscow and this place. But this place here is going to be where I export all of my fertilizer from. As you know, I've got the sulfur supply right here. Okay, we're now on per capita taxation and earning a whole lot more money. Let me just check what other laws we can now get. I would like to move away from agrarianism, maybe go on to interventionism. It will help us out a little bit. Agriculture, plantations, ranches, manufacturing industries, mines, forest, rubber plantations, whaling, fisheries, oil extraction, and infrastructure. All of that can come from the investment pool, which will be most of my buildings at that point. So I think I'm gonna try and get that. Okay, now that we're earning lots more money, we are running low on lead and ammunition, but I'm building that up, don't you worry. I'm going to, because I'm trying to industrialize all of Russia, not just Moscow. I'm trying to industrialize everything down here as well. I am going to, I have actually been industrializing it quite well, but I'm going to introduce some construction sectors here, and that will require tools, fabric, wood, and iron. And this place is kind of perfect. It's got the iron, it's got the coal, it's got the tools, and we can make steel for later on. So this will be a perfect place. Okay, so we are being asked to cede Bessarabia, this little place, this little state right here. And I really don't want to give Bessarabia away, because all it gives us is opinion. And what would be the point in giving away land for opinion with a country that doesn't even exist yet? We're not having a good track record with our laws at the moment. We have a legislative fail. Basically, we can't do interventionism right now because it keeps failing. Everything we try keeps failing. Okay, so my current plan is to urbanize the Urals and most of Siberia, right? And to do that, I've just been building, like picking places with coal, iron, and logging camps. And livestock ranches, but I think most of my states have access to livestock. And then building like 10 or 20 construction sectors. And then this will, because we've got loads of money now, we can just spend. I'm able to now just spend all of that money that we're gaining on construction materials. Right, the UK, Great Britain, wish to enter an alliance. And I'm 100% taking that. And we got another legislative failure. Everything's failing today. It's because we can't get rid of the Orthodox Church. I've just invited an agitator. This guy, even though it says he's radical, he's trying to get wealth voting or census suffrage or universal suffrage. Yeah, so hopefully we'll get loads more support, and then that will increase the percentage, and we'll be able to enact wealth voting. We are now like a lead producer of a lot of goods, so I might as well sell it to the rest of the world. Okay, I think I finally have a chance of winning or getting wealth voting. I have an opportunity to change Brazil into our customs union. Finally we got wealth voting. Okay, now what? Obviously we're gonna have an election at some point, but wealth voting should, in theory, mean that everything else is easier to get. The next heir, yeah, we need to get rid of the heir, because the next heir is into the Orthodox Church. We have that, then we're just going to have another cycle of what we just had. So I'm going to move over to Presidential Republic. Yeah, let's go over to Presidential Republic. It's not fun, but it's good, because we've got a very, very small revolution right now. With just a couple of our highest GDP areas. Just letting you know, this is what we're currently looking like. Obviously, Moscow's holding a lot of our GDP. But, you know, the state that I was talking about earlier, that I was going to build up, they're holding quite a decent chunk of our GDP. We are third in the world, with Great Britain just ahead of us. They're a huge way ahead of us. Seems like we might actually have yeah, a civil war on our hands. It's okay though, because we are still, let me pause it before it gets a little too out of hand. I've got to sway the Great Britain. They are still my allies, so that alliance will hopefully pay off. And if these things stop getting in the way, and we're very, very close now to enacting Presidential Republic. Okay, we're now at war with ourselves. So the allies that I was able to get in, were the UK and Brazil. I don't think any of their actual soldiers have got here yet, but still okay. Look, there's a Spain. Yes, we are now the Russian Republic. Yeah, we're a republic now. 71, we're contested, but 71, we take this. The industrialists have won. Our current president, is a reformer. So we can get compulsory primary schools, propertied women, and cultural exclusion, which is much better than what we currently have. However, we will be getting commercialized agriculture, and what's the other one that we need to get? And probably first move to laissez-faire, or whatever that's called. Sorry. And we can start using our investment pool that's built up over the decades to £85 million. We can use that for manufacturing, mines, forestry, rubber, oil, infrastructure, whaling, and forestries. And I've just sort of been sitting back and relaxing while the UK and Brazil sort out my mess. And yeah, they're already in the negatives. The Russian religious revolt, yeah, well, let me see, why are they going down so much in their war support? Basically because we control a load of their land, and due to the amount of casualties they've taken, whereas they've taken 119,000 casualties, and I've only taken 22,000. If we didn't have the UK as allies, I would have been worried with this, but we're doing very, very well. And we have taken, whoa, another revolution? Come on now. Also, are we about to be at war? Yes, we are. Who's this? Finnish military revolt. And I've just unlocked it. So now, look at our investment pool. Our investment pool is probably going to decrease massively. We can also get a new company. Sadly, though, my GDP has dropped significantly after the Civil War, but that's sort of expected. I'm trying to recover it. Oh, I might get. What's this going to give us? More minting and more loyalists. Oh, what shall I get? State construction efficiency. I'm going to get this one. Okay, my next issue is that I want to get away from religious schools and I want to go to public schools. However, I can't do that with state religion, so I'm going to need to go down to freedom of conscience or total separation. And both of those will radicalize both the Orthodox Church and the rural folk. So we're just going to have to give it a go. Okay, this is a good time to be around. You see, we have the freedom of conscience, so we can now enact other things. And we've just reached our first 100 million GDP. Obviously, we had a bit of a hiccup and we would have got there faster. And our GDP per capita is awful. But now that we have this new government, we have this new regime, and we're about to take Finland, there's nothing that can stop us. Right, the next thing that I'm going to get is public schools. Obviously, we can also get private schools, but while we have someone that wants to reform the way schooling works, we might as well use them. The next thing is probably commercialized agriculture or restricted labor, but I'm literally researching human rights right now. So we'll get compulsory primary schools as soon as we can. I'm going for the commercialized agriculture so that we can start getting the public trading for all of our farms and ranches and whatnot. Okay, due to me enacting commercial agriculture, we have another civil war on our hands, and this time it's actually a more bearable size. It is taking up a lot of our GDP still. Look, a huge plummet. We were doing really, really well, increasing at such a massive rate. But this time we're actually in a better position. All right, so we're at war, and the British are taking a while to arrive. Well, my allies are taking a while to arrive. However, yeah, I reckon we can sort this out. Our huge economy is able to just still take all these problems. And there you go. The whole reason for the Civil War was just commercialized agriculture, and we finally got it. Right, the next thing that I would like to get is cultural exclusion. This will be perfect for getting more and more migration into the country. Obviously, eventually we will want multiculturalism. However, we literally have not invented human rights yet. I was just able to annex this little revolt that we had down here and able to enact free trade. Look at the money that we've got rolling in right now. I would like to quickly pause the game and increase my construction. Is this Moscow? No, I thought it was Moscow. Yeah, increase my construction sector a little bit more. Actually, no. Let's switch to steel frames. I can afford it. I can afford the steel. Require a lot of explosives and a lot of glass. So I'm going to focus my productions on the stuff that I need, like the explosives and the glass. All right, I've made the decision to invade. Well, when I say invade, they technically already mine, but invade Kiva for the main reason that they have a load of sulfur, and to finish off annexing them, they have loads of sulfur. I need the sulfur for things like paper, fertilizer, explosives, and synthetic plants. And there is only one other sulfur product mines in Russia, and it's right here. So it's lucky that I urbanized this state. Yeah, look, even the industrialists hate this. Everyone hates child labor allowed. Yeah, I'm gonna get compulsory primary schools. I want that education and literacy level to go up, and up. But this will also give us 2 max education institution investments, which, if you don't know what that means, it means that we can get it up to level 5 education investment, which will 100% boost our literacy rate to like 80%. And we now have compulsory primary schools, which make it perfect for getting level 5 education institution. We are building up ever so slowly, but right now we've got so much production. Look at all this. We're doing 3 pages worth of production, construction I mean, and losing a whole lot of our money because of it. Okay, there's something that we haven't really spoken about, and it's called the ruler of the East. We have 2 propositions. Okay, so China has got to be at war with another country, and then at this point we can present the Beijing Treaty. The Treaty of Outer Manchuria is effectively isolated from the rest of China and ripe for settlement. We could arrange a treaty to secure the territory by capitalizing on China's weakness. Okay, we have 3 options here. Due to socialism sort of sweeping across Russia, but these buttons right here will change our laws immediately. We either get wage subsidies, which won't be good for us, because at the moment we are losing money, and I don't think we can afford the welfare payments of giving everyone better wages. Regulatory bodies, I'm going to do. And the reason I want to do that is because it removes some dangerous working conditions. China is at war, which means I can now do the ruler of the East. I have a pick between Kazakh and basically this area over here or this area over here, and I would like 100% out of Manchuria. Okay, the Beijing Treaty. With our present leverage over the Qing government, we have proposed a treaty to draw a formal border in Manchuria, formally transferring Outer Manchuria to Russia. There must be no delay in expansion of our ports or greater settlement. I reckon port building. Oh, that was pretty easy. Okay. I also want to get what's it called? Promote social mobility in Moscow. Just to get that extra, by the way, did you see what that gives? Gives an extra 25% education access and 25% qualifications. That will be perfect for states like Moscow, where we're trying to build up the industry. I just missed it when it got over 200 million, but we have 200 million GDP and we're second in the world. 20 million GDP left until we are the best GDP in the world. We currently have the #1 GDP in the entire world. Yep, we have the #1 GDP in the entire world. We're doing really well for ourselves. Also, standard of living is going pretty well. Over here in the Russian market, over here, you see that we have, oh, never mind. Apparently we don't have a shortage anymore, but we have a lack of engines. So I'm going to build a couple motor industries. Actually, you know what? I might as well build one in Samara. All right. So I've just researched electrical generators, and that means that we can get electricity. I'm going to start, as I usually do, with one state at a time. Okay, I was just having a look around at my states within Russia and had a look at this state here, Rostov. It has a huge population. However, we don't have any qualifications to fill the vacancies. So if we have a look at the professions that we currently have, we have a lot of people as laborers. We have 11.2% farmers, and the rest are, well, I'd say quite high quality workers. So to reduce the number of laborers, I'm going to switch some of these production methods to decrease the employment. Sounds like a bad thing. However, we can't even employ enough laborers, as these laborers are all at the logging camps in Rostov. If I go rotary valve engine, this will decrease the number of laborers. If we do that to every single farm that hasn't, in states that haven't got enough qualifications to fill vacancies, then we will be able to finally start employing more people. By switching to this, it also means that with the same number of laborers, we can have more industry output. Okay, we can now do the rule of the East again and issue the, I'm not going to pronounce that protocol. Okay, we have completed the Trans-Siberian Railway. Mine, boys, or all aboard? Mine boys. Yeah, mine boys. We need that. We need the extra throughput. At the moment, we have a couple issues with our market, mainly being the fact that I have 4,000 engines being sold, but around 8,000 required for my market. I now have a goal, a new war goal, to make myself another puppet. Or protectorate. I would like Persia. Okay, seeing as conveyors or assembly lines are going to need oil, and we have quite a few states now. Some of them don't have the jobs. Okay, we'll get oil started. Afghanistan has capitulated, so we're very easy this war. I just thought we might as well just expand our industry. I don't know what they've actually got, but they can get annexed eventually. And Persia has capitulated. They're now my protectorate, and I would like to make some small changes to their government. Oh, actually, never mind. I don't want to go towards serfdom. I could go for propertied women, or I could, nah, that will ruin their economy. Yeah, let's go propertied women. That will help them out a little bit. Argentina wishes to join our customs union, and of course I'm going to accept it. At the moment, yeah, they've earned it. At the moment, our custom union's looking pretty decent, actually. We sort of have a domination in South America. Obviously, Russia. Oh, I need to build train network there or something. We just got automatic bottle blowers, which needs oil, and obviously, oil hasn't really been a necessity until now. We do have quite a lucky position with oil, because we have a lot of it within our country, so I've been building up that oil production. Okay, I'd love to have Japan as part of my customs union. Yes, okay. So Japan didn't want to join my customs union, and if you didn't know, with just increasing your trade with a country that is very close to letting you in, you've obviously got to have good relations. And I went for a trade agreement. I don't know whether the trade agreement actually helps. From volume of trade routes between our markets. So if you would like a country to join your trade union or customs union, then increase the amount of trade to and from them, and then they'll be more inclined to join your customs union. We have a slight shortage of rubber, and I've just found this state right here. I would like to conquer this state, because it has up to 12 rubber plantations. So I would like to conquer this one right here. Actually, they might accept. Let's see. Oh, they just gave it to us. Oh, lovely. Okay, I think it's time to switch my production of my urban centers to arcades. It will require more electricity. I understand that. Also, we are missing clerks in 2 of our states. I'm not sure which ones they are, but yeah, we will have some input shortages for electricity. However, we can deal with that. I'm not really opposed at this point to getting the trade unions in, maybe get into wage subsidies or old age pensions, because my standard of living, it is increasing, look, but it can still be doing much better. And we now have women's suffrage. Right, now I'm going to go to census voting, and this should help with moving more laws like not migration controls, like old age pensions. We've got loads of money, and even total separation. All right, it seems that we can now invite Romania into our customs union. Of course, I'm going to be doing that. I want to expand my customs union as much as possible within this game to try and reach. I've already reached global dominance for my GDP, but I would like to reach as high as I can get. And we now have legislative failures within universal suffrage as well. It's not looking good. I could try census suffrage again. Actually, they're not going to radicalize, so yeah, let's give this a go. Just reach a standard of living of 15. So now most of the people within our country are now middling. And yet again, we can't enact census suffrage. We do now have an agitator though for old age pension that has just arrived. And I'd like to get this. Okay, we now have a revolution. Isn't this lovely? Isn't it nice to have a revolution? We're also at war with the US, by the way. So yeah, that's our GDP tanked. Also, it's taking forever to enact universal suffrage, so we better get it before we go back to our usual government. Okay, we're at war. Yay, I guess. I am worried. Very worried. Okay, at least we now have universal suffrage. Okay, we were just able to win that war. Oh wow, look, I've just started trying to enact protected speech, and it has a success rate of 100% because we have 3 agitators trying to enact protected speech. It's now 1932, and of the laws that we've got, we have presidential republic, universal suffrage. We only have cultural exclusion because they literally won't accept multiculturalism. I can't get anyone to support it. And I'd say that this is a pretty good government now. This is going to be a democratic Russia. This is what democratic Russia looks like. We have an absolutely fantastic GDP, a great literacy rate, and a great standard of living. Our population is pretty high, and we have less radicals than we do people supporting us. So I 100% think that this has been a worthy game. And if you want to see another one similar to this, then go watch this UK video. Thank you for watching.